back to the channel. What a glorious day it is here in Manchester today. Hope you're all having a great week. It's Tuesday here and I am getting my video on. I literally just jumped off a Facebook Live over in the Facebook group, which leads me to my first thing, which is I now have a Facebook group. Well, hey. I'd love for you guys to connect with me over there if you are a photographer or who is basically wanting to maybe switch from photography being a passion of yours or a hobby, and you're looking to kind of switch it into a profitable business. I'd love to have you over there. I'm going to post a link down below in the comment section, so check it out and come and say hello over there. So the content that I shared over on the Facebook Live today, I thought you guys may benefit from too. So why not just film this and share it for you lovely faces. Got a book here with all my comments and notes and all that fun stuff because I like to be organised, sort of, you know what I mean. So 10 photography website mistakes that I see very often. It's some things that I kind of ran into when I first started out too, so looking back on it, it's a great self-reflection of how far I've come, and also probably stuff that you guys can benefit from too, if you're kind of new to it also. If you didn't know, I used to be a web developer and a design lead more towards the design aspects of it than development, in all honesty. I lasted 6 months in the job and then I walked, so as you can probably tell, it wasn't for me. However, yeah, I absolutely love like the sort of design aspects of things, and it's something that I obviously work really closely with anyway, as a photographer too. So what are the first things? I've got 10 tips for you, or 10 points. So the first one is having a zero blog/website. One of the worst things that I always see people do is that they don't have any online presence. So if you think about it, if you're selling a product and service but you don't have any way of marketing it, then what's the point? So a blog or a website is a perfect way of sharing your work online to your potential clients and even fans. If you're a music photographer, for example, you'll probably find that you share, photos of the show, and if you're sharing it to social media, you're going to find fans that have been to that show and want to see the photos, so they'll connect with you, and you can send them to the blog or website to check the photos out, and they may even start sharing it. So you should totally have like a blog or a website as a bare minimum. Doesn't matter if it's a free version, just something that basically shares your contact information, a little bit about you and the work that you do. So get yourself a website or a blog, guys. Number 2 is having outdated information. I don't know if you guys feel the same. Do comment below and let me know. Is that when you go into a website and you find like right at the footer of the website, you see that it's still listed as 2015, and it's like, come on guys, it's 2018, like, are you still in business for one? The second thing is outdated content, so and obviously contact information too. So if you've got a blog on the website, you don't have to update the blog every day. Just do one post a month, something like that shows consistency in your work, which lets people know that you're still going, you're still in business, you're still a photographer or whatever it is that you do, and you're still alive and kicking. It's so simple, and it takes an hour, not even an hour if you're hashing out the content. Aesthetic is number 3. So what I mean by aesthetic is that if it's basically, the clients that you want to work with, only share content that's going to attract those types of client. So for example, if you're a music photographer and you want to be shooting, dirty rock shows and grimy venues, don't show very many photos of a guy on a guitar or a girl on a guitar. It's 2 different things entirely. If you're a wedding photographer and you want to work with more quirkier couples, sure, if you need to shoot the sort of classic stuff just to get money whilst you're first starting out, so be it. Just do not share those photos that you don't want to be shooting any longer on your website. So think about the photos that you're sharing to attract the right type of clients for your future bookings. Number 4 is navigation. Keep it really simple. On my website, I've still got quite a few different different menu links, even navigation links, but it's all relevant and it's straight to the point. Try and keep it to a very sort of basic stuff like about, contact, portfolio, gallery, and a link to a blog or testimonial, something like that. less is more in this situation, guys. Try not to like crowd it and condense heaps of stuff on your website, because people just tune out. We don't like seeing messy stuff on websites anymore, do we? It's not 2001 or 1999 when all those Flash things were going on. Oh yeah, by the way, don't use Flash. So number 5 would be the About section. This is, do you know what? I love the About section on websites. The first thing that I tend to do, I don't know about you guys, again, comment below, let me know. First thing I tend to do is, doesn't matter if it's a website, YouTube, social media, whatever, I always love to click and check out the bio or the About, because I love to kind of get to know the person behind the business or channel or blog, or you know, whatever it is that they're doing. I love to get to know about them, see if we've got anything in common, because people buy from people. One of the things that I'd really recommend anyone that's working in sales, you know, thinking of starting your business or running your own business and expanding, read some psychology books, because we are all very similar and more alike than what we really realise. There's a lot to say about psychology and marketing and the human behaviour and how people buy from people and connect with people. So definitely recommend picking up some books on it. But the About section is really a great way of, you know, getting to know you as a person. Sure, you're a photographer, but how did you become a photographer? What made you want to be a photographer? Apart from photography, what are you into? Do you have a cat? Do you have a dog? Do you like to read books? Do you travel a lot? These are the things that will attract the right types of people. For instance, I share a lot about travel, so a lot of the clients that I work with now tend to love travel to a certain extent, or they've travelled a lot, or they plan to. Music fans, I do music photography, that's something that I link into other parts of my business, and I find that a lot of my clients are massive fans of music. What else? Just those types of things. I find that a lot of people have pets, because I put that I've got a dog, for example. It really helps, and it shows like a human connection between you before you've even met. The About section is a great way to actually share a video of yourself as well, and that's one of the things that I'm going to be changing soon, because it's more human, and as opposed to like just text, I guess, on the About section. So that's some good, hopefully useful tips. Number 6 is social media links. If you guys use Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Pinterest, whatever, whichever platform you engage on like the most, just go ahead and link that to your website too, so people will, again, they might engage with you on social media, or they just like to kind of snoop around and find out what it is you're about. Again, you know, people click onto social media to know and find out that you're a real person. So that's a great way of, you know, again, connecting with people. Number 7 is call to action on your website. So it's great having a website, it's great to show your photos. As photographers or as creators, I think we really emphasize the point of making sure that we share the best photos that we've created and the best photos that will help us get clients. But don't forget that, you know, a website is there for sales, to generate leads and to generate inquiries. So one of the things that I find works for me really well is that within every blog post, I have a blog post, obviously the images, then at the bottom, well actually at the top section, I tend to have just a little one-liner saying along the lines of, if you're looking to inquire for a shoot or bookings, blah 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 blah, shoot me an email, and there's a link to a contact page and also a direct email link, so that keeps people, you know, right there. And then it's just like a one click, as opposed to having to scroll through your website and look for the options. So yeah, don't forget you're in it for the sales too. So number 8 would be slow loading times. One of the things that I have recently been struggling with, and I've just changed my I've lost my words. Changed the hosting company, is because the load time since I've changed packages with my previous company have gone downhill. Like, it's not even funny. It's taken absolutely ages. Obviously, if you put in all these marketing efforts in to try and generate new leads and clients, they click onto your website and it takes like 16 seconds to load. People are gonna like, but as, oh, there's a squirrel, so cute. People click off websites if they don't load within 3 seconds. Think about that, guys. That's a lot of people that we're gonna be missing out on if we don't sort out the timing and speeds of websites. So definitely work on website speeds. Number 9 is a domain name. So a lot of people just stick to the WordPress format, or WordPress is just one example, of course. Like the free version is wordpress.com/your name for your business, whatever you label it as. But if you're going to get business cards printed, or if you have like an email signature, or if you on your social media profiles, it just looks really ugly and it looks really unprofessional. So just spend like $10, $20, whatever it is, get yourself a domain name, and just link that to your website or your blog. It makes such a huge impact. Also, it makes you feel more professional too. It's like having your own business account. It makes you feel a bit more authoritative and a bit more like, oh yeah, this is my business, especially when you're first starting out to get more confidence. So definitely buy your own domain name for your business. Number 10 is a big one. I feel like I should have put this as number 1, but this is in no priority, of course. But personality is a huge one, guys. Again, this kind of links back to the aesthetic and the about section, is that your personality says a lot about you. So if people can't feel that they can relate to you, or they don't have any connection with you, they're less likely to book with you. Well, to even generate an inquiry, there's no connection there. If you've got if you've got a person that's looking for a portrait photographer and you're a portrait photographer, they've found 3 portrait photographer websites, and they're gonna go to all 3. They'll be looking around. They might love your work still, but then one photographer might have said something about, I went backpacking to Australia, and this potential client has also gone to Australia backpacking. Got something in common, so then it's a great icebreaker. So then they're going to be like, oh, by the way, I've done this. So to a certain extent, you're already out of the equation without even having that conversation in person. So definitely add your own personality to it. Have a picture as well of yourself on your website. Get one done, or do a selfie. My favourite photo is a selfie, which is really bad because I'm taking a selfie with it's one of those cliche ones where you take a picture against like a mirror of yourself, but you've got like your camera around your neck, but then I'm holding my phone, so the picture that I've used primarily is the one of a phone. Yeah, I get a lot of crap with that, but I love it. It makes it look real, I think. So guys, I'm going to wrap that up right there. I hope you guys found this useful. As I say, don't forget to come over to the Facebook group, say hello. Also, I have just introduced one-to-one coaching sessions. So again, if you are a photographer, either a hobbyist or you've had a couple of paying clients but you don't know how to kind of take that next step, or you're attracting the wrong type of clients and so forth, I'm offering a 6-month one-on-one package coaching session now. So we basically work together. We start right from scratch. We're going to build your business up and your presence up to start getting you those clients that you totally deserve and can own with your work and your skills. So I'll leave the information on that down below as well. So just to wrap this up, I'm going to run through the 10 points really quickly again. So number 1 was having 0 blog website is a no-no. The dog's barking. I apologise, guys. Number 2 is having outdated information on contacts and dead links. They are the worst. Don't do it, guys. Number 3 was the aesthetic. Don't show off work that you don't want to shoot. So just post the work that you're super proud of and the stuff that you really want to shoot more of, so you start attracting those clients. Navigation, keep it super simple. The about screen was number 5, which was talk about yourself, talk about how your personality, your interests, things like that, to get that human connection. Number 6 was social media links. More platforms, not necessarily the better. If you engage more on one platform, just go in with that one, because you just end up thinning yourself out in other areas otherwise. So just focus on 1 or 2. Call to action was number 7. So always have links that, if a customer wants to potentially book with you or a client, they just do a 1-click instead of having to route through your website. Number 8 was slow loading times. Work with your provider, and optimize your images as well to be quicker loading times. Number 9 was domain name, to make yourself look more professional, because you are professional. You have your own business, guys, so act that way. Number 10 was personality. It's all about personality. Definitely, if you're easygoing and whatnot, if you're warming and whatnot, people are just going to find it easier to work with you, which is fantastic. If you guys have any specific questions, I'm going to go ahead and leave the contact information about the one-to-one coaching coaching sessions and the Facebook page. Feel free to leave comments down below with any specific questions, and I will be back soon with a new video. I'm going to go and enjoy the sun now, and maybe bake a cake, almond and orange cake, and have some wine. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys. I'll see you soon. Bye.